So Marvel Rivals claims that EOMM doesn't exist. Are they telling the complete truth? Yeah, definitely not. So EOMM has been a very big talk in the Marvel Rivals community recently. Not even recently, it's been a big talk for a long time. And people have been trying to get to the bottom of it. Whether it's YouTubers making videos about it, whether it's people going on Reddit like hoping about their wins and losses. There's some people who agree it exists and there's some people who agree it doesn't. And through all that, Marvel Rivals is finally claiming that it doesn't exist. I'm gonna be honest, speaking from experience, I'm not the best player in the game, but even if it's not EOMM, whatever matchmaking system they do use, it's some hot ass. Back-to-back games, I had 2 throwers. Not even just throwers. One of the games, I had a BP who was coping saying his ping was like 350. He ended the game with 2,000 damage. And he said that was the only game that was happening in. They told me every other game it was fine and dandy. And as soon as that guy gets to my game, he gets like possessed by the demon of the matchmaking and just completely throws my game. The issue with the matchmaking is just, it's very like all over the place and it's very up and down and very like rapid. Like it's like, I feel like the matchmaking is like win streaks or lose streaks. It's never like, you never see a guy that's like kind of like even. And I don't mean like 50% even because they like having you at 50%. Why does every time I look at somebody's history, it's a win streak, a lose streak, a win streak, win loss, win loss, win loss, win streak, loss streak. It's like a cycle. Just it's either you're in a win-loss cycle, which is the 50% which they try to keep you at, or it's a win streak to have to keep your mental up and keep you playing, or a loss streak to test your boundaries of how long you will play until you get off, which has got to be one of the most stupidest things ever. I've tested this myself. I've gone into games, we've gotten rolled, and like I've gotten thrown or whatever, and I would look at my teammates' career histories because I would be curious. Huge loss streaks too. It's not no little ones. I get queued into people who are on 10-game losing streaks. And before you say losers queue, I wasn't losing before this. I could be on a 4-game win streak and that would put me in a game with a bunch of people who are on loss streaks. And guess what? The enemy team, win streak, win streak, win streak, win streak, just rolling us, going crazy on us, bro. And off topic, it doesn't even have anything to do with engagement-based matchmaking. But why? It just doesn't make sense because sometimes you will be in a game, the game will be going fine, be going swell, you guys could be winning. And then suddenly the second half, either the enemy team turns up a knob that they just turn into freaking robots, they turn into the Terminator, or your own teammates turn into people who have looked like they've never played the game before, even though the half before they were going crazy, playing like normal people. And I'm telling you, they get possessed. I don't know what it is. There's really one half Andes out there. And I'm not even gonna cope and say engagement-based matchmaking is the reason why I'm so low ranked, because it's not. I'm not a very good player. But I can still mention it because it's not just me saying this. You have pros saying this. You have the best of the best saying this. People in One Above All, people Eternity, Celestial, all these people that have a problem with the matchmaking. That's not a coincidence. I'm very curious on what they're gonna say in that conference that they're gonna have about when they talk about the matchmaking. If I had to predict what they're gonna say, I think they're about to pull up with some gibberish and be like, the matchmaking is not engagement-based matchmaking. It is a matchmaker that tries to keep you engaged, but it's not called engagement-based matchmaking. So what's engagement-based matchmaking? They're just about to call it a different name and go on with their day. But everybody's gonna see, or they're about to say some BS, like the matchmaking is fair. We make sure to keep your games even and make sure all of the games are competitive and smooth. You know damn well it's a lie. I had a Human Torch in my game who had 19 deaths. It was like a max 15-minute game. How do you die 19 times on a flyer? There's just certain things that I just see and I'm just like befuddled, bro. I've never used that word in my life. And I get it, people have bad games, I understand that, but there's a difference between bad games and just being bad at the game. Because 19 deaths, you don't just come around that. Unless it's a 50-minute game, 40-minute game, 30-minute game. You should not be dying 19 times in a 15-minute game, especially on a flyer character. It should never happen, I don't care who you are. You can have your bad game, that's fine. I hate like judging people because I don't like doing the blame game, because everybody in the community and just competitive games in general, we like to blame everybody but ourselves, when a lot of the problem is us. Which I will say, a lot of my games I am the problem, I will admit that. But I'm purely talking about the games where there's a huge problem. Because obviously everybody's gonna make mistakes. So everybody makes little problems in the game that could lead to a loss. But some just overlap the other. I don't know, do you guys believe that the matchmaking isn't engagement based? That it's actually like skill based, something like that? I'm actually curious if there's anybody out there who thinks that. And it's not even just like putting people on your team with loss streaks. You could get somebody on your team who genuinely just gets possessed. You look at their career, they've like MVP'd over and over, or they're just a smurf. They've MVP'd over and over and over and over, like smurfing or whatever. Then they get on your team and they decide, oh, I don't want to play the game right now. They get like possessed or something, bro. Like, bro, you are a smurf. If you don't boost me in this game right now, why not? They do the opposite because I don't know, they get bored or something, bro. They get bored of stomping people, and as soon as it gets to my game, yeah, bro. And this is an obvious proven fact, but like them putting you into games a lot of the times where they put people against you who they know will counter you. And you could just say, oh, just get better then so you don't have counters. Buddy, it's not that easy. I'm out the game, okay? I'll admit it, I'm out the game. I don't want anybody to get no like idea that like I think I'm amazing at the game, I think I'm great at the game. I'm just trying to speak for the community in like the more mid elos because there's not a lot of speakers out there. So I'm trying to become that. But it just makes the game not fun at all because I'm trying to improve myself, I'm trying to get better, and I try to focus on my skill and focus on what I could do better. But there's some games where it's genuinely just unbearable and I can't do anything. It just makes you upset. It just upsets you. It's all a mental thing, to be honest. I get it. I could always be doing better. I could always do this. I could always do that. But some games it's just actually impossible, and that kills your mental. It makes you play even worse. Because once your mental is shot in these competitive games, yeah, you're not gonna make it far. I can't lie. And that's something I need to work on. So now I wanted to do some investigation. I want to see who is really behind these EOMM demons and what they do in my games that possesses them. I want to do a deep dive into this game of this 350 ping Black Panther. This is what's happening in my game. My Black Panther is teleporting like he's playing Portal 2. It's stuff like this that just makes me question this game. I don't understand. Apparently he was fine this whole time until he got into my game. This dude is rubber banding, getting pulled by this Spider-Man, bro. He just looks lost out there, which I get it. You're on 350 ping.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
So he's doing the running man, just running in place. Tries to climb the tree right next to the Spider-Man. Oh, and guess what? To finish this video off, I just wanted to say we all need to do better. Yes, the matchmaking sucks. Yes, our teammates suck. Yes, the game sucks. Yeah, we still play it every day. A lot of people, including myself, all the community, no matter how good you are, we all need to start focusing on what's inside instead of looking on the outside. As everybody, like this game, every time people play this game, it's just a blame game. Oh, we lost because of this. Oh, we lost because of that. Oh, your problem is bigger than my problem, so we lost because of you. A problem is a problem, no matter how little or big. But people try to put all the blame on one person because they can't see through their mistakes, which makes sense because you're seeing yourself play, and naturally while we're playing we see ourselves in with glasses, with like blue light glasses. So it kind of like blinds us and doesn't let us see the mistakes that we make. And then so we play the whole game, and then we end up thinking that we didn't make any mistakes that whole game, and we played perfectly, and our teammates suck, their life sucks, and we want them to, yeah, I'm not gonna finish that. Be more open to criticism, or be more open to understanding that we can do better, and that we can always be better. But what do I know? I'm just a plat player. Peace.